Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, there's other news I want to cover today, so here we go. First, the Columbus police shooting. How awesome is it that there is a immediately released video? This is why these cameras, the body cameras, work so well. A young black girl was going after, with a knife, other human beings and was shot and killed. We'll see what happens out there in the political gangster land of how that is used. What were they supposed to do? I don't know. Next up, Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, just signed an anti-riot bill, and I had to listen on the news yesterday. These Democrats come out and say this was a violation of the First Amendment. It's a bill to keep from bricks being thrown through windows, which is a crime anyway. Has nothing to do with peaceful assembly. It's unbelievable. It wasn't an see, the Democratic political gangsters are against anti-riot legislation. Says it all. Stacey Abrams was grilled by Ted Cruz about the 2018 election that she claimed she was stolen from her in 2018 in Georgia. And you know what? She refuses to say it wasn't stolen. So Stacey Abrams is allowed to say that in 2018 the governor race was stolen from her. But nobody can say anything about that number 45's being stolen, his race being stolen. No, not allowed to say that. The hypocrisy of the American Communist 10. By the way, I got to get with Chris Mackey and trademark that word. Arizona Governor Doug Ducey has sent the National Guard down to the border in Arizona. We now have the Texas doing their job. Arizona's had enough. Think about that. We now have states doing what the federal government should be doing. Incredible. Green New Deal. Oh, they're all wanting to, I think Joe Biden said by 2030 we need to reduce greenhouse emissions by half and blah, 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 blah. Green New Deal. Yep, we've got the money to do the Green New Deal. And by the way, China and Russia and America do this joint statement. They're all going to work together. China and Russia's laughing their ass off because they ain't going to do a damn thing. It doesn't mean. You know what it is? It's called suckers. You all know that word, suckers. That's what Joe Biden and the rest of them. They're political gangsters and they're also big suckers. The whole Trump administration was about America's not going to be a sucker anymore. No, back to being a sucker. Trump's plans. I mentioned it's about, Trump said he's seriously considering, but they say Trump has lost 15 pounds, has been exercising and getting fit. You know what I want Trump to do when he runs in 2024? Shave the hair, grow a goatee, get fit. Wouldn't that be awesome? Trump, the badass looking guy. Be funny. Families plan. Joe Biden, on top of reparations, on top of bailouts, on top of a green bill, on top of all the things we're doing, he's got $1 trillion families plan. Come on, families, man. Let's go. By the way, I had breakfast yesterday with a restaurateur who has got a very successful business in Northern Kentucky, and they can't find people to work. They can't get people to work. 2 reasons. Amazon's hired all the unskilled labor in the area, and number 2, people are content to sit home and not work because the government keeps giving them money. What's going to happen when none of the restaurants can find any workers? How messed up is that? D.C., Joe Biden has come out and said he supports the District of Columbia being the 51st state. The whole reason they set up the District of Columbia was to be the seat of the federal government. It's supposed to not be a state. It's supposed to be the District of Columbia, the federal government seat. Just more stuff for the gangsters. Trade secrets to China. Somebody just got 30 years for selling all these secrets to China. And that's just the person who's convicted. Come on, we all know this, right? The number of people that get convicted is the small percentage of the people that are actually doing things, right? If they just think of the number of people selling secrets and betraying this country to China every single day. Just think about that. Barack Obama, the Obama-Biden administration are the ones that say, we don't need to check you out. We don't want to, go there. Mike Pence's book is apparently not going to get canceled by Simon & Schuster. The CEO of Simon & Schuster has spoken up finally and said, we are in the publishing business, not the cancel business. So good for Mike Pence. There are people in the company that didn't want Mike Pence's biography to be published. Gangsters. First Asian superhero. And remember my comment about that. I don't have any negative stereotype about Asians. Remember what I said? Smart, respectful, kung fu experts. So what do? The Marvel, their first Asian superhero, what do? He's a kung fu expert. I mean, which is fine with me. Shouldn't the first Asian superhero be a kung fu expert? Is there something wrong with that? Is there something wrong with that? I don't think there's something wrong with that, is there? Luke Cage is a big black man from Harlem who's bulletproof. Seems pretty appropriate to me. Kids cartoon Bluey. Did you hear about this? I have never watched this cartoon. There's a cartoon with a dog named Bluey that they say that it's bad because the dog is not disabled. He's not gay. He's not all these things. So they want Bluey to be canceled. I mean, you can't make this up. Poor Bluey. I mean, they said that he's not woke enough. He's not messed up enough. Police in lieu of therapists. I forgot where I saw this. I think it was L.A. Yeah, I'm very sure it's L.A. Yeah, against Garcetti. They want, instead of having cops, I'm sorry, I'm slap happy now, I didn't get any sleep, is instead of having cops, they want therapists to replace cops. Now, can you imagine? They pull somebody over by a therapist, and the therapist starts engaging you in a therapy session at the traffic stop. Or let's say they bust you coming out of a bank robbery. Instead of stopping you, they're going to commence therapy with you. I mean, this is where we're going. Man, oh man, oh man. This is crazy. Therapists instead of cops. Last but not least, I got a comment. Mike Fischer is allegedly retired at the end of the year for Children's Hospital. I have to give a little bit of credit to this guy. He at least got rid of some of the post-Durrani characters that were in his hospital. However, the Durrani problem still exists for that hospital, and I call on Mr. Fischer by the year's end to finish it off once and for all. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I had a hell of a day yesterday. I hope today's better. Same with you.